Hello, I'm David Des, and today I'm going to review 4 feature-length Street Fighter movies in under 4 minutes. You ready? Okay, let's do the countdown. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Street Fighter the animated movie is a film with a very simple goal: take the fights from the game and make them cinematic, and it succeeds in this mission big time. It does so at the expense of a logical plot, but nevertheless, it still succeeds. The fight scenes in this film are nothing short of incredible. They're brilliantly animated, well choreographed, dynamic, and exciting. Pretty much every action sequence in this film can be counted amongst the greatest animated action sequences of all time. Sure, the plot that puts these action sequences in context is completely nonsensical and at times laughably simplistic, but the film delivers in the action department so well and with such flair that it makes up for the film's shortcomings. The film is a visually stunning showcase of fireballs, dragon punches, hurricane kicks, and a whole bunch of other Street Fighter goodness. Good stuff. Depending on who you ask, the first official live-action Street Fighter movie is one of two things. It's either A, an early example of Hollywood's ineptitude at adapting video games, or B, a so good that it's bad classic. Personally, I see it as B. It's cheesy, corny, and bad, but in the best way possible. Its interpretation of the Street Fighter brand as a G.I. Joe-style cartoonish good guys versus bad guys military action-adventure thing is really, really dumb, but also really earnest and free of irony and fun in a way that makes it genuinely endearing. And in addition to that, it also features an incredible final performance by Raul Julia as M. Bison. He just goes full scene-chewing pantomime villain in this one, and it's just brilliant to watch. He injects it with a level of class and sophistication and theatricality that role didn't need, but you know, he did it anyway. Good stuff. The first live-action Street Fighter film might not be the most faithful adaptation of the game it's based on, but it's a lot of fun in its own right. Street Fighter Alpha, the animation, is the second feature-length animated Street Fighter movie. Unlike the first animated film, which took a very straightforward and action-packed approach to the source material, Street Fighter Alpha, the animation, takes a more somber and introspective approach, where characters have far more complex internal struggles. Now, in theory, this sounds great, but in practice, it just doesn't work. Street Fighter Alpha, the animation, is just a really boring, really dull, and even kind of depressing movie. While the smaller fight sequences are okay, the big fights are just these really slow, drawn-out, long, boring, melodramatic confrontations that fail to capture the hyperactive, colourful spirit of the Street Fighter Alpha games. And the story, which sees Ryu struggling to contain a dark power within himself, is just dreary, monotonous, and just lacking in energy. Of all the animated Street Fighter stuff out there, Street Fighter Alpha the animation is probably the least interesting. Give this one a miss. Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li is the second live-action Street Fighter movie, and it's another Street Fighter movie that's not faithful to the games, which wouldn't be a problem if it was a good film in its own right, but it's not. Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li is just a bad movie, and not even bad in a so bad that it's funny way like the 1994 Street Fighter movie. It's just bad. The film follows a revenge plot in which Chun-Li fights to avenge the death of her father at the hands of M. Bison. On paper, that sounds cool, but in actuality, the execution is just all wrong. The fight scenes are mediocre at best. The film's attempt at mystery and intrigue just end up being convoluted and nonsensical. It tries to be serious and gritty, but it's not dark enough. To pull that off, the film features magic and superpowers, but it's not fantastical enough to make that stuff work. The late great Michael Clark Duncan, Robin Shaw, and a whole bunch of other interesting actors are just wasted in this thing. There's no humor in the film, or not intentionally anyway. The film is badly paced. The film just does nothing right. It just doesn't work on any level. Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li is definitely the worst of the live-action Street Fighter movies. Don't bother with this one. And time! That's it, we're done. Review's over. That's 4 Street Fighter movies reviewed in under 4 minutes. Nice. But which one is the best of the bunch? I'd say that honor goes to Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. It's a mesmerizing marathon of muscle-bound macho martial arts mayhem that I definitely recommend. Check it out. Thanks for watching, and if you like, subscribe for more. See you next time.